So finishing a week off strong is actually more critical than getting off to a flying start of each week. Let me show you now exactly how you can do it each and every week, finish really strong, and be in the perfect place to have an amazing week next week. G'day guys, hope you're doing really well. And let's be completely honest about it. We always get told that we should be starting our week off strong. We should have a great start to the day. It's always about the start. But to be totally honest, the start only goes well. And we only optimize the start if the previous finish or the previous end was done in the right way. What I mean by that is simply, I'll make sure that this podcast gets released on a Friday. Hopefully you're listening to it on a Friday or close to the end of the week so that you actually can take heed of where you are right now and what you need to do to get a huge week finished. Now, we all know that success leaves clues. And we also know that what I'm about to explain to you is what all of the best, most successful business owners and entrepreneurs have always done. So if you're not doing it, then it leaves you at a distinct disadvantage to not get the benefit and the success as quickly, easily, and beneficially as those that have gone before us. So here's the thing. When you're driving along in a car, we actually have a little thing up off our top left if you're driving as a right-handed driver. If you're in a country driving on the left, then obviously nose looking top left, you need to look top right. There's a thing called a rear vision mirror. And what that actually does, it does a lot of great functions, as everyone's aware. You're now probably thinking, what the hell is this guy going on about? The fact is this, we should always be regularly looking up into that rear view mirror. Quick glances, not 10 seconds at a time, but just quick glances to make sure that we know what's behind us. Is there a big B-double truck bearing down on us from behind? Is there some type of danger lurking up? Has something happened from where we've just come from that I need to know about that has a consequence or an avenue of good or bad for us in the immediate future, right? And the whole premise of this is that when we think about business, we need to be able to make sure that we look back and keep an eye on what's behind us to be able to get the most benefit for us moving forward. Now, I'm not saying we have to be able to look back at other people or other companies as to who's behind us, who isn't as big, whose turnover isn't as big. I'm not being arrogant and egotistical by saying, look behind us at people that aren't as good as us. It's not what I'm saying. It's about actually being able to stop and review and look in our own rearview mirror as to what's happened this week, what's gone well, and the outcome of what went well, what actually hasn't gone as well as what it could, and the impact of that not going as well as it could. What are some of the controllables that we would like to change or modify, or at least learn from, that are going to leave us in better stead to change that when it occurs next time, or say or do something different to make sure we had a better and more improved impact and opportunity and outcome than what we had this time around. And so there is so much benefit for us to be able to slightly and quickly and easily look back to be able to better place ourselves for what's about to come. So it's the end of the week. It's the Friday afternoon. It's the week in review, the weekly snapshot, the review mirror for the week that's going to leave you best placed to know what went right, what went wrong or not quite as well as we wanted, and be able to spend 5 minutes or 10 minutes reviewing that process to have a better understanding of what was the avenue of what went right that was most beneficial. What aspects could be changed or modified next time around to improve those or stop those negatives or weaknesses from speed bumps, right, from occurring. Okay. It also leaves us in a perfect position to know exactly what to do at the start of the week. We know what jobs and tasks and projects are 50% done, 80% done. It enables us to make sure we get not a to-do list and make ourselves walk away going, oh my gosh, Monday's going to be crazy, but it gives us a great avenue to have in place avenues in our default diary that can be filled in so that we're very much planned and we're habitual to know that when next week comes around, we've got these things on these days, we've allocated the most amount of time to the most highest of priority tasks, and we can walk away, switch off, spend time with family and friends, knowing that when we come in on Monday, we're in the best possible place to get off to a flying and beneficial start to the week. It's not just about coming in and tidying up your desk on Monday morning, writing your to-do list, delegating and leverage. The actual preparedness and the benefit to get off to a flying start on Monday and have a massive week next week comes about from what you're going to do on that Friday afternoon or Friday morning, Saturday morning if it has to be. But it's the end of the week and the wrap up, understanding what we need to improve on next week. It's going to enable us to find what it might be personally we need to work on or professionally. What was the gap in the systems that we can now modify next week to improve the team on? Is there HR or operational based challenges this week that we need to be able to flag early next week and allocate the right time, money, resources to fix that and improve on that? All of that comes around when you're going to have the most amount of clarity around this, and that will always happen at the end of the week. By the time you go off and have some nice dinner, catch up with friends, go and do some exercises, go to the beach, go for a walk, spend some time with the family, do some travel, drive around in the car, whatever it is that you're going to be doing on the weekend, you're not going to have the same emotive response or the same in-depth analysis of what happened last week if you only do that on a Monday. It's why you should always, live it in the moment, when it's happening, when it has happened, when it's fresh. Invest the time now at the end of the week to make sure that you get as much benefit as possible of what went right, what didn't go right, who you might need to talk to about some scenarios, what you can improve upon. Look at different derivatives of different ways of saying things or doing things. What are the lessons learned for the week that you're going to be able to work on? Because that's the strong finish to the week that you need right now that's going to let you smash ahead into next week and get the most amount of benefits. So simply put, guys, there is a huge amount of value if you invest a very small amount of time and effort right now at the end of your week to make sure you get all of the bone off the marrow out of the bone, right? Try and suck every bit of value and learning out of this week, and you'll be better set up with tasks, projects, understandings, your strengths, your weaknesses, your leverage points, etc., leading into next week. So I'm going to let you use the next couple of minutes right now to get stuck into that. Go and look at what's gone right, what hasn't gone right, what needs to improve. All of these parts. It only takes 5 to 10 minutes on a Friday afternoon to get it right, to make sure that you've set yourself up for the strongest, most beneficial start to your week on Monday. Cheers for now. Hey guys, thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Profitable Practice Podcast. I would love nothing more than for you to be able to leave a review. I get so much joy out of listening and reading the amazing things that you guys say about this. So please subscribe to our channel, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Let's get some more fantastic information out there so all of us can grow the industry together. Cheers for now.